With me is the Mexican foreign minister. He's here in Delhi. We'll have a lot of meetings here in Delhi, also in Mumbai as well. So welcome to WION. My first question to you is an obvious question. What is your key focus during your India visit?
We have a huge opportunity in order to increase our relationship in pharmaceuticals, medicines, learned from the lessons in the pandemic. Mm-hmm. We collaborate both countries successfully. So let's to expand this positive experience in this field, regarding this field, but also in aeronautical, car industry, steel. So we are going to already, India is for Mexico the 9th partner in the world.
Mm-hmm. You mentioned about the COVID crisis, and this is something that has been part of the discussions. There are plans of joint production of vaccines as well. If you can talk about the cooperation between India and Mexico on COVID crisis and on vaccines as well.
We are working and we want to have cooperation and plans and expand production in Mexico and investigation, scientific one, between both countries. So that's the main plan. In Latin America, we are advancing a regulatory unification right now because of the lessons of the pandemic. You have different regulations, and we waste time and spend time in order to fulfill all the things. So right now we are unifying the regulatory atmosphere, and now we have the opportunity to have this cooperation with India. Mm-hmm. With production and investigation.
Mm-hmm. Science and innovation is something that has also been a priority for the relationship.
It's a main drive right now, should say.
A main drive, but if we talk about the relationship in general, we both are members of the United Nations Security Council, non-permanent member of the United Nations Security Council. What kind of consultations both sides are taking when it comes to global issues?
Well, we are very close in political issues, in similar positions in favor of multilateralism, in favor of peaceful solution to conflicts. We are in the same position or very similar in many issues. So every day we are in consultations and we have common initiatives.
Mm-hmm. Space is something that has also been one of the key focus areas. You're going to meet the chief of India's ISRO as well. There's a pact between India and Mexico on space cooperation. What can you talk about the space cooperation between the two sides?
Well, we organized in Latin America past year the Latin American and Caribbean Agency for Space, which right now has the support of 20 countries. So this is a new chapter in the Latin American and Caribbean presence in the space. We cannot do it alone, each one. But if you have 20 countries with the same network and budget, you can imagine the powerful presence it's going to be. So India can be a very important partner for us also in this regard, because we are in a very similar plans and programs. Why not? Why not to have direct connection and to share some objectives in the space for the future? So we are going to start in this way.
So, sir, do you plan to use India's low-cost space technology for launching Mexican satellites?
Can be, sure. It's part of the program.
It can be done. Something that has been a focus here in Delhi is Indo-Pacific. What's your view about the vision, the Indo-Pacific vision? Would Mexico like to be part of this vision? What's your views?
Mexico right now has the presidency of the Pacific Alliance, which is an alliance between Chile, Peru, Mexico, and Colombia, and in the near future, Ecuador. And recently, Singapore joined the group. So I think that the Pacific approach and the Indo-Pacific approach, our concern about the Pacific, you have another common ground to work together with India. We want peaceful solution of conflicts. We want to protect the trade, the investment, the communication between our countries. So Mexico is a player in the Pacific too.
Trade is something that has been a showstopper in the relationship. It has grown despite the pandemic.
Yes, it's growing. As I mentioned to you, India right now is the 9th partner of Mexico in all over the world, and it's going to be maybe the 8th one, and then 7th. And in the case of Mexico, in India, we are climbing too. So we are in the right path for the future.
And you're going to Mumbai, India's financial capital. You got a business delegation. If you can talk about that, sir.
We have a very representative delegation from Mexico to Mumbai. Why? Because it's not only a political statement. This is a matter of collaboration agreements. So that's why we are visiting Mumbai.
So my last question, it's on Mexico in terms of your position at the international stage. You are leading many things on the international stage, including a resolution recently at the United Nations General Assembly on humanitarian situation in Ukraine. What is your country's position on what has happened in Ukraine, the Russian invasion of Ukraine?
We condemn the invasion, because it's an invasion, but we are proposing a political solution, to look for a political solution, not to corner each other, not to escalate the conflicts, because it doesn't make sense to do this. So we need to provide some political space in order to have a solution in the short term, not to allow this situation to be a new Cold War.
There have been talks in Turkey which have been termed as very positive. What's your reaction to a very positive talk?
We are very, very excited about this, and we want to support any political solution that is in the horizon, near horizon. So that's why we see this with a very positive approach.
And are you going to talk about this issue when you meet India's External Affairs Minister later today?
Absolutely. He is a brilliant man and good friend. And I am going to talk about this too.
Well, thank you so much, sir, for speaking to WION on a whole host of issues. And this is a relationship that has seen a lot of engagements. The Indian External Affairs Minister was in Mexico. Now you are here in Delhi. So we could expect more high-level engagement perhaps very soon.
Certainly very soon. And we are very close right now. We are going to be even more in the next months. We are very positive about this relationship. And thank you very much for this opportunity.
Thank you so much, sir. So that was the Mexican Foreign Minister speaking exclusively to WION on a whole range of issues with video journalist Neeraj Patel, Sidhant, Sibal for WION in New Delhi.